I want to be the best at whatever I'm doing. I'm going to win. That's just how I'm driven. That's what's allowed me to be so great, is that emotion, that fire.
Mythical mastery of Caitlin Clark. History in flight. You bet. She's almost fictional from the logo.
Clark, step back three at the buzzer. Not again.
College hoops megastar Caitlin Clark announced she is leaving Iowa after the season. She could have played a fifth year. That's because of the COVID waiver, but she is elected to enter the WNBA Draft. Clark is projected #1 overall, and that pick is currently held by who? Oh, yeah, the Indiana Fever. And you know what? It is always a good day when Holly Rowe stops by our show. This time she is coming from Iowa, which Caitlin Clark helped turn into the epicenter of basketball. But Holly, there was a question as to whether or not Caitlin would come out and declare for the draft this year. Why was this the time?
I think this is the right time for Caitlin because, number one, she has achieved many of her goals. I think a lot of the scoring records that were out there, even though those particularly weren't a goal, I think it's nice that she has achieved those. She led her team to the national championship game last year. And in her post, she did say, I have a lot more on the plate, on the goal set that I want to do while I am still here at Iowa. But the time is now. Also, I'm considering that her 4 best friends on the team, she has 4 seniors that she came in with. Kate Martin is her best friend, Molly Davis, Gabby Marshall. These women have been in the fire with her, and they're all leaving. And I feel like that would be hard for her to come back to a team without her nucleus and her core. Plus, Indiana is building something special. I would want to play with Aaliyah Boston and Alyssa Smith. It would be amazing.
Incredible. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch her. But let's go from the future to the immediate now, because Caitlin is just 18 points away from breaking Pistol Pete Maravich's all-time scoring record. You've been around this team. What is the atmosphere like right now?
Well, I have been to Caitlin's last 4 games as we've been chasing all these records along the way, and it is absolute hysteria. Everywhere we go, particularly on the road, I was at Nebraska, I was just at Minnesota the other night. It is thousands of people in number 22 jerseys, the hysteria and the excitement to see Caitlin. I talked to one mother who drove 1,000 miles from Arkansas to Nebraska with her 3 daughters to see Caitlin play. There was a dad and his 11-year-old daughter at our last game who'd flown in from Alberta, Canada. This is one of the biggest stories in sports. There are people everywhere she goes, and it's really exciting. But the cool part of all of this is she can break Pistol Pete's record on Sunday. When she was a little girl in Iowa, they used to call her Ponytail Pete. And people said, you should watch some video of Pistol Pete Maravich on YouTube, and she has. So I just think this full circle moment, the biggest story in sports, let alone in women's basketball, it's really beautiful to watch. And this place is going to be packed. Hotel room, the rates are sky high. Everything's sold out. And there's a lot of excitement for her senior day.
Ponytail Pete, that just gave me goosebumps, Holly. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us here on NBA Today. It's not only, though, the hotel rooms that are going to cost you if you want a front row seat to watch Caitlin Clark continue to make history. The average cost of tickets sold for Saturday's Ohio State-Iowa game, it continued to climb up to $431. That's according to Vivid Seats, making it the hottest women's Division I basketball ticket in at least the last 10 years. Perk, I mean, I feel like you gotta pull up.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Keep them down, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA on the list,